In recent times, big players leaving their clubs on free transfers has become more and more common and is threatening to become a more regular occurrence. In this video, we'll dive deeper into the reasons for this. The modern transfer market is one filled with inflated transfer fees and even more inflated wages. But roll back the clock a few years and things were slightly different. With fewer financially powerful clubs in the Premier League, these clubs had the majority of the power when it came to making transfers. In addition, scout reports back then were less detailed and more based on the eyeball test, and as a result, bust or flop signings were more common. The club's power, lower transfer fees, and the higher risk scouting methods meant that when making transfers, clubs were willing to give players a shorter, lower risk contract. As time went on, TV value deals increased, as well as other revenue streams. Player wages and transfer fees have also soared. This, combined with the stricter financial regulations such as FFP and restrictively high buyout clauses on players, mean that when clubs do buy players, they are expensive and on high wages. Increased scouting levels mean that clubs are more willing to tie down their assets to longer-term contracts as there is less risk. This is shown by the most common contract lengths increasing from 3 to 4 years in the 2000s to more 5 to 6 year contracts. In prior years, clubs were willing to wait for players to reach the last couple of years of their contracts before assessing whether to extend their player's contract. However, now clubs will refresh the contract as soon as they can, with 6-year renewals becoming more and more common, as opposed to the previous 2 to 3 year contracts. The top clubs are the biggest exponents of this long-term contract strategy. The top 6 clubs have 4 of the top 6 highest average contract length remaining. However, if players sign these long-term contracts, they drastically reduce their chances of moving, as well as settling their wage for a longer time. Long-term contracts favor the club, with even players in the last couple of years of their contracts being refused moves due to their clubs overvaluing them. This has led players to run down their contracts, so they're in a position to force a move or being sold with 1 year left. As a result, free transfers have become more common as it stops players being priced out of moves in addition to giving them higher earning potential. All of this means that European football may be moving more towards an NFL style of contract, with players signing big contracts, seeing them out before being free to move to the club that they want to.